Howdy, y'all. Ever heard about that time when Florida decided to give communism a starring role in the classroom? Well, buckle up because things are about to get interesting. It seems Florida's governor, Ron DeSantis, has inked his name on a bill that mandates the teaching of the dangers and evils of communism in public schools. Now, this isn't your run-of-the-mill history lesson, folks. We're talking about a full-blown museum dedicated to the history of communism, an entire institute at Miami-Dade College, and a whole new set of standards for teaching the history of communism. The goal? To educate students on the history of communism both within our borders and abroad, compare political ideologies, and underscore the threat of communism. Governor DeSantis is adamant about teaching the truth about communism and preventing any sort of indoctrination in schools. So next time you're in Florida, don't be surprised if you see Marx and Lenin in the textbooks. They're just the new guest lecturers in town. Now I know what you're thinking. Communism and comedy? As compatible as a cat and a dog in a bathtub. But hear me out. Picture this. It's report card day. Little Jimmy raises his hand and, with the confidence of a seasoned revolutionary, demands collective ownership of grades. Why should Billy's A in math benefit only him? Jimmy argues. Let's pool our grades together for the greater good. A collective gasp fills the room. Did he just suggest grade communism? Meanwhile, in the teacher's lounge, things are getting equally interesting. The once casual coffee break spot now resembles a Politburo meeting. Miss Johnson, the history teacher, has been elected as the general secretary, while Mr. Smith, the gym teacher, is now in charge of physical education and labor. They're debating on whether the last donut should be equally divided or given to the teacher who needs it the most. And remember, these scenarios are purely hypothetical. No students were turned into comrades in the making of this video. All right, let's take a step back and see what we've learned today. Florida, the Sunshine State, is now also the read-up-on-your-communism state. Now we know that Florida's Governor DeSantis has signed a bill that's all about teaching the dangers and evils of communism. And no, it's not a late April Fool's joke. In the future, you might find yourself visiting a museum on the history of communism, or even attending an institute at Miami-Dade College dedicated to the subject. And if you're a student, you might need to clear some space on your bookshelf for some heavy communism history textbooks. This bill aims to compare political ideologies and highlight the threat of communism. It's like a political showdown right there in the classroom. And the changes are set to be implemented in the 2026 to 2027 school year. So students, get ready to buckle down and study up. On a lighter note, can you imagine the classroom debates? My ideology can beat up your ideology. Or the school trips? All right, kids, today we're visiting the Museum of Communism. Don't forget your lunch boxes. So, there you have it, folks. If you ever find yourself in a Florida classroom, don't forget to bring your sense of humor and maybe a copy of the Communist Manifesto. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.